Hello yogis in Yogi Land. You're doing yoga with Scott? Yoga fun. Ended up to be a beautiful day today. Yesterday rained a whole lot. So just come up to the mat. We're going to do some pelvic exercises. So very gently do some small circles. On the exhalation, when you come forward. So make your circles as small as you can. And then when you feel comfortable, you can make it a little bit wider, but stay close as we get all the pelvic exercise here. We'll be here for a while, just practice this. And this also gives you the awareness of the pelvis, the breath. So when the stomach opens up a lot, that's an inhalation. When the pelvic comes forward, if like a sort of crunch, exhalation. And be aware of that throughout your practice. And that gives me great pleasure to mention that, because it took me many years in my practice for someone to explain that properly. And when you add it into your practice, especially like your balances and all, you can really deepen your practice. We're doing asanas. Asanas are elongation. We're going to switch around to the other side. Elongations, the inhalation, and exhalation deepens you into the asana. So we do 5 to 10 usually. Okay. Luckily for me, the roses didn't get too beat up from the rain. And then we'll make it a little bit wider now. Hula hoop, hip rotations, pelvic health. Dr. Bree just came out with a new on our video of like really explaining the pelvic and issues. What's that, how you pronounce it? Prolapse? Prolapse, yes. Prolapse. So if you want to know, she does a whole, Dr. Bree on the yoga channel, on YouTube. So FemFusion. She has a questionnaire that she's put on this very short video, but it will give you insight of your pelvic awareness. Since most of my students are women, it gives me great pleasure that I have someone to turn to, because for me, it's like issues that women aren't comfortable, because of course I'm a man. But Dr. Bree is an amazing woman, and she's very passionate of the pelvic awareness that she puts on her videos, her channel. So feel free to check her out. She's one of my, I found her on YouTube also, but I really recommend her. Because that's the whole awesome thing about yoga is we're going to do side to sides now. Just very gently. We're doing it's hot, so we don't do this is a very gentle flow we'll be doing. Side to sides. Inhalation up, exhalation to one side, inhalation. There you go. So I don't want to get personal with the women like that because, you know, there might be some frictions and stuff. So when I have other teachers that I could turn to, it helps me also, and so that's a great thing to do. So I will always guide you to teachers that can help you and understand more than maybe I can project out. But pelvic yoga is a lot of the pelvic we do. So yoga is a very great exercise to do. And men have pelvic issues also. So. Now, we're just going to go very gently. We're going to twist. I'm bending my right knee, so we're twisting to that right knee. So the knee that your knees bent, twist to that very gently. And you can have your arms to the side. This is in all levels, all welcome. And when you feel that you can bring your arms shoulder height. If you get dizzy, just follow your hands. Okay? And you don't have to bend the knees anymore. We'll do a very gentle flow. Okay? Now, we're going to do some bumblebees today. The theme of the class is our Santosh contentment. Life deals us obstacles and how we handle them. Contentment. And my yoga teacher, Loura G, on the YouTube channel. You can look her up also. If you're into the Yamas NiYamas, just flap the hands here. This Santosh is of the NiYamas, and that is our inward projection. And then we're going to flip the arms up. We're going to come into a flower. And right now, you can keep flapping your bumblebee wings. If you have a oil, please select one. I'm out here with the roses. I got rosemary. And that would be my, so you rub we'll get some good friction. And then we're gonna flap again. So just make sure the hands don't go higher than your chin. On the fifth flap, you bring the hands around. And then so your flower is like almost like a prayer, open, fingertips, and we come out. We're going to be using this quite often in our practice, especially in our sun salutations, in our warm-up. We'll do two more. Okay. And now put our hands on our legs, and we're going to come into our forward fold here. And this is very important here. Don't pull yourself in, just come down along the legs as best you can. And now we're going to come back up. We're going to I want to read a good poem to you. It's very dirty. I'm gonna figure this out here. Gonna pinwheel our arms forward and back. Now here's the challenge. The challenge is I'm going to bring my right hand forward, and then I'm going to bring the left hand back. Bring the hands up, bring the left hand forward, and bring the right back. Okay. And then we're going to roll our shoulders up and back. And we're going to come down to a seated position, please. I want to see if I have my butterfly poem. So we do our neck rotations now. Very gentle rolls, don't force backs, just very gentle. You can do right side, left side. And we'll do some half circles, left chin to right. And then we'll go down from the right, center, left, center, right, drop, left, drop. And then now it's not so hot, but we're gonna do the cooling breath, and this because I like to show you because it's very hot here. I'm in Georgia, so you just want to inhale over your tongue. I like to do that on our coming forward. This is our seated cat-cows, and exhale out the nose. And anytime, anywhere that you feel that you are hot, need a cooling breath, just bring the air over the tongue. You don't have to curl the tongue. Some people can curl the tongue and then just brings it in a little bit quicker, but it's not important. And how far you stick out your tongue, it's not important. It's just you want to bring the air over the tongue. We'll do it here for a while because this I want you to experience this breath because we're going to use it quite often. Let's see if I can find my. I want to see if I can find my poem that I had here somewhere. So we're going now. Raise our hands up, and we're just going to drop it. Bring the left hand to the right knee, and look over your right shoulder. Bring the arms back up and twist to the left. Sometimes things happen in life in our Santosh, and sometimes in the end, it could be a good thing, right? So look at a positive in this contentment, please. We're going to look over the left shoulder here for a couple more breaths. And we'll do some more of the forward inhalations and exhalations. The poem is part of the bumblebee that I wanted to, I'll find it later, tell you is the bumblebee, because of its weight, doesn't realize it could fly. But the bumblebee flies anyway, making the impossible possible. Yes? And we're going to come into all fours now to do our cat-cows and our sunbird. So I like to touch the shoulders, bring the hand down. You can open up. You just extend this leg to the right, drop it down, left arm, left hand, and left shoulder. And this is kind of like your alignment. Your toes can be tucked in or extended out. Inhalation, but don't force I like to do the 4 fingers. Raise, lift the pinky, lift the ring, and when you get down, you don't want to put too much pressure on these 2 fingers. And that's like, so you're like looking to the top of the mat. So be aware of not forcing the neck back. Okay? It makes those upper joints of the spine more susceptible to arthritis. Okay, now I'm gonna come here, extend out my right leg. I'm touching my shoulder with my left, and I'm sticking out. So this is our sunbird. Inhalation here. Exhalation, bring the knee down. Inhalation, extend the left and extend the right. So this is 1 full breath. Exhale, and the inhalation we extend. Exhalation we bring down. And that's 1. We're going to do 5 of these. One more. And then we can do some more pelvic health. Just have your knees so you're down comfortable. We're going to do some rotations here. You can make it let's make it kind of short, small. We go to the, I'm rotating to the left, doesn't matter. We're going to change rotations. And now we're going to go the other way. And now we're going to come into a child pose. If you can make it wide, is good. Just bring the knees out wide, and we're just going to inhalate here, exhalation, just come back. So anytime in your practice that you feel that it's a little overwhelming, just come here and you'll catch up. Just pick up where you want. Okay? And this is also very good for the pelvis. And let's come forward with an inhalation so you can experience the belly drop and inhale here. Exhalation. And now we're going to thread the needle. Since I'm facing you, I'm going to be raising my right hand. And I'm going to bring it over your hand. Your arm can be out wherever you feel comfortable. There's different levels. Some people like to raise up the arm. It puts a little bit too much pressure on the neck. I like just leaving my hand extension. So we're going to lift up the right arm and exhalation, cut through. Do 5 breaths here. Okay. Then we're going to come back up. Raise the left arm now, and we're going to thread that coming towards, bringing the left under. And now here, this is good because we're in our puppy, right? We're going to curl the toes under, and we just the handprint. Puppy's handprint forward, come back, one handprint towards you. Curl toes under, we'll come up, and this is our dog, and we're gonna stay here, we're gonna walk our dog. Inhalation up, exhalation to heel down, best you can. This is walking the dog. This is good for our fasciitis. And now we're going to walk the hands up, coming to a forward fold here. Again, 2 breaths here. Inhalation, half fold, exhalation, full fold. Okay. Touch the shoulders. We're going to come into our spirit of ecstasy. Sweep the arms forward. And we have flower rotation. So you feel that your flower needs some more fragrance, please. Because we're going to do our pinwheels. We have the pinwheel. There's no wind here. Pinwheel arm. 3 times forward. 3 times back. When the right arm comes up, we're going to step back. I don't hop back in my class. I feel it's more to add a warrior. It's very important and a standard asana in yoga. So what a better way to open with the warrior. So I like to touch the shoulders. My shoulders are actually vertical with the mat, best you can. Nothing forced. If your heel doesn't drop, just lift the heel and you can be on the toes. And this is an Anujeti asana. So the preference is yours. 3 breaths here. Now, with an elegance and an essence in our practice, we are going to rotate the wrist rotations on the way down, because we're going to end up doing a lot of wrist work in our practice at times. So this is another way to help waken the wrist up that they're going to be working. And when they are worked, you just do that also. We're going to inhalation forward. We're going to drop the knees. We're going to extend the toes out. We're going to drop the forearms. We're going to lead with the chin and the belly on an exhalation. And we're pressing up into our first back bend, or Bhujangasana here. This is a very important asana also, but this is our first one. Let's experience this for 5 breaths. Elongations is the lengthening. Exhalation is you're deepening. If you're welcome to stay here. You can also add a little more pressure to, and even put your hands just however way wherever your breath wants to take you. I'm just, when you have a home practice, and these are just awesome tips to have you have an awesome yoga practice. Okay. So now, we're gonna lift this whole center torso up. We're gonna come into our puppy, and now we're gonna grow our dog. Don't forget to swipe back one hand print towards you. Tuck the toes and come into our dog. Raise the right leg up. Step forward. Step up with the left and come into our forward fold here. Touch the shoulders and open up to our spirit of ecstasy. Sweep up and come into our flower rotations. Okay, and I'm going to turn around and face you this way. And now we're going to pinwheel our arms. Come back. When the left arm, 3 times. When the left arm comes up, step back with the left. Square the shoulders, vertical to the mat, and reach up. 2 breaths here. Out. Make sure we have a buoyancy on from the heels, so the wind can't knock you over. That will help you. And if you're one of those overextenders, just be very conscious of make sure you have buoyancy. Okay. Bring the hands to the mat. Step back with the right. Inhalation, forward, drop the knees, drop the forearms. This is Zenasana to our Bhujangasana. We're going to come into our puppy to grow our dog. Raise the left leg up, step forward, step up with the right. Open up to our spirit of ecstasy, because there's an essence and an elegance to our flower rotations. And anytime you want to flower your flower, please. There's a lot of therapy in the aromas. So I love out here. I'm next to this beautiful roses, and luckily for me, they didn't get too beat up from the rain yesterday. The right arm comes up, step back with the right. Our warrior. Bring the hands to the mat, very elegantly. Step back with the left. Inhalation here, drop the knees, drop the chin, and come into our Bhujangasana here. We're gonna come into our puppy to our dog. Raise the right leg up. We're gonna add on here. Come into our forward fold here. Inhalation, half fold. Exhalation, full fold. Come into our spirit of ecstasy. Come into our back bend. And all the while, as we move along, see how far back you go. But nothing is forced, okay? We'll do our flower rotations. We're gonna add on here pinwheel arms this way. The left arm comes up. We're stepping back with the left. Come into our warrior 1. Bring the hands to the mat. Step back with the right. Come into our dog. Now, you can stick to the Zenasana, or you can add our Utthita Chaturanga, inhaling. Here, exhalation, Chaturanga. Inhale up, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Your preference, take that left leg, lift it up. And this time we're going to do some rotations here. And this is also good for the pelvis. And then we can open it up. So you can see, if you can see your foot from underneath your right armpit. Okay. Now we're gonna take that leg, come up here, step up with the left, come into our inhalation, half fold, exhalation, full fold. Open up the arms to our spirit of ecstasy. Come into our back bend, our flower rotations. This mat I have is a lot of rubber, so it absorbs a lot of the scent from my flower, so I have to give my flower fragrance. And we'll do 3 flower rotations here. And we're going to rotate the shoulders up and back, forward and back. And when this is also of a mountain. And when you're in a mountain, we just did movements and we created this tingliness in the body. So just tune into the tingle in your body. And hopefully it feels good. Because I want you to come tomorrow, the next day, next week, next month, next year, and the year after that, and the year after that. And so you have a dedicated yoga practice, okay? Pinwheel arms forward, pinwheel back. Right arm comes up, step back with the right. Come into our warrior 1. Bring the hands to the mat. Come into our dog. Inhalation. You can drop the knees if you like, and we're going to do our Utthita Chaturanga. Inhale, exhalation, Chaturanga. Inhale up, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Raise the right leg up, and we're going to do some of those rotations here. And then we're going to open up, see if you can look underneath your left arm. Bring that leg, step up with the left. Come into our spirit of ecstasy, sweep your hands. And now we're going to come into our flower rotations. We're going to add on some more to come into our full warrior sequence. That is like so much fun, okay? Pinwheel the arms forward. Pinwheel back. The left arm comes up. Sit back with the left. Come into our warrior 1. Remember the buoyancy. Bring the fingers, tips together, like chest height, and we're parallel with the mat, right? So now we're going to open up. And now we're going to flip the hands, because flipping the hands gives that shoulder, straightens the shoulder up a little more. Okay? So, and this is an asana. So our breaths are elongations, and exhalations we settle in. And we move forward and back, and we are doing asanas, and I love to play with my asana. And now we're going to gently bring this left hand down along the leg and then come up. And we're going, this is our warrior, the elegance. So let's play, just show you the arm width. So the wider out it is, the more elegant it looks, okay? And we're going to do quite a bit of these, so just play with it in the back. Nothing's forced, just inhalation, exhalation brings you where you want to be. And just make sure the knee doesn't go over the toes. This is a very elegant asana here. Bring the hands, fingerprints together, fingertips together. We're going to open up here and come back into our warrior 2. Warrior Kaka. Now, very gently, these are called squiddles. The left heel, one like foot width in. Gonna have my right hand on my leg, and I'm gonna just follow it down my leg. The left hand will follow down. And when we get down, where you feel comfortable, you don't need to go all the way down. The back of the hand comes to the side of the shin. I like to touch it with my left hand and brush the body. And this helps with alignment. And this one here, you have to remember to have the buoyancy in the knees, because this one's easy to fall over. And come back into our warrior, the elegant. Open up into our warrior 2. Okay. Now, we can do it another, you can stay right here. And we can do another squiddle. We're going to add our a Parsvantasana here. You can bring the hands to the elbows. We're going to add a mantra here by you got the hands clasped behind you, up with the elbows, and then you extend the forearms out. Come into prayer, reverse prayer, up. They call it upside down, like, because you're like this. And that is, put the right thumb over the left thumb. Okay? And we come into a slight back bend here. And we very gently, we're exhaling over that right leg. 5 breaths. Okay. Come back into our warrior, the elegant. And now, very elegantly, feel comfortable in your width. We are putting the right elbow on top of the right knee. And we're going to just rotate the arms around. One way, pinwheel arm, pinwheel the other way. You don't want to put so much pressure on there. And wherever you feel comfortable on your reach, stay here. This is a whole side stretch here. Now we're going to come back into our warrior, the elegant. And now I'm going to stay where you are. I'm just moving around because I'm going to show you some things we're going to do here. Now, we are going now to coming down the right. The left hand will come down. And the right hand will touch the left like a clap. And then we just brush up with the right into a Parvita Trikonasana. Come back into our warrior, the elegant. And this time, we're going to come back into bring the left on, bring the right elbow on your right knee. Extend the left, extend the right again. So we're in our warrior 1, stretch arms. Now, bring the left elbow outside the right knee. Okay? And you're welcome to stay here. Just to deepen it some more, will be to just drop the left arm down. Come back into our warrior, the elegance. Okay. Open back up into our warrior 2. Warrior, the elegance. And now, we're going to squiddle that. My left foot is extended. I'm going to squiddle it in. I'm going to come up on the toes. If you're already on the toes, that's okay. That's good. Well, we're getting ready now. We're going to do our flyover. Our warrior, this is also known as the warrior 3. It's also known as Virabhadrasana. Again, very gently. We're going to put our weight over the right. You're on the toes on the left. And you're welcome to stay there. Touch the shoulders and come into our Spirit of Ecstasy arms. And you play here. The challenge is see if you can get the heel to the booty. Inhalations are elongation. Exhalations are deepening and finding your way into your asana. And I like to flap the wings. I'm flying over. You can be a bird. You can be the bumblebee. It's impossible to fly, and you fly. The bumblebee is very big body, right? And it flies, making the impossible possible. Come into our warrior D elegant. We're going now to come back on this left leg on the toe, extend the arms like a warrior one. Now, very gently and elegantly, we're going to bring the hands to the mat. And we're going to brush the body, extend that. You can bring the heel to the booty if you have it, and you can keep both hands down. I'm going to be lifting my left arm, so I'm going to be brushing the body. So you look at the grass, look at the trees, look at the sky. Ardha Chandrasana. The half moment. Come back down, and this time we're going to come into our Ananjali prep here. And we'll stay right here. That's the toes that go almost our warrior one, or the Ananjali, your preference. We're going to bring the hands again down. And if you have it in you again, bring the heel to the booty. You can extend that out. And now we're going to brush the body, Pavarita, with the right arm brushing the body. You know, Pavarita, Ardha Chandrasana. Again, look at the grass, look at the trees, look at the sky. 5 breaths here. Okay, come back into our warrior D elegant. Okay. Come into our warrior 2. We did a long sequence here. I missed yesterday, so I have to do a little bit to make up for that, I guess. But we're having fun. The fun is to remember what I have to do on the other side. That's the fun. Now bring the hands to the mat very elegantly and gently, and step into come into our dog. Inhalation, forward. You may drop the knees or do the chaturanga. To our up dog, and coming to the down dog. Now, I'm gonna raise the left leg. I'm standing up with the left. We're in our warrior one. Or with the heel lifted in your Ananjali, your preference. Remember, it's your practice. I'm just a guide to help you along the way. Yes. Yes to this day. Yes to this place. Yes. So we'll experience our warrior one. Bring the fingertips together. Open up into our warrior 2. And remember to do your check here. And remember the buoyancy of the knees. We get so caught up doing things that we forget to breathe it. Remember, we are doing asanas. So now guide this right hand down and come into our warrior D elegance here. Open up back into our warrior 2. We'll do one squiddle in, and then we're going to the left on the left leg, and the right will follow. We'll come down to open up to our Trikonasana here, triangle. Like I say, just tap that here and palm to palm and brush the body. And if you don't have buoyancy here, you will definitely fall over. Come back into our warrior D elegant. And now, going to squiddle in one more time again. And we're going to have the left leg will also have the extension there. We're coming into our Parsvantasana. We are going to find your hand in the shoulder, the mudra or the reverse prayer. This time have the left. If you do the reverse prayer, have the left thumb over the right thumb. Inhalation here, exhalation over the left leg. Okay. Come back up to a slight back bend here, and we've been doing a lot of back bend, so you have a good back bend. That's really well. Come back in again to our, you can squiddle that right leg out, come back into our warrior D elegant. Now very gently and elegantly we're going to put the left elbow on top of the left knee and come into our Utthita Parsvantasana. And wherever you feel comfortable in your extension, come back into our warrior D elegance here. Okay. And now we are going to Parvarita. So be where you are, because we're going to Parvarita our Trikonasana. So now my right hand is on the left and the left is going to follow. Brush the body with the left hand. Come back into our warrior D elegance. And now we're going to come into our warrior one. An exhalation. We're going to bring the right elbow outside the left for Parvarita Parsvantasana. And you can drop the right hand down and raise the left. Come back into our Spirit DX, our warrior in the elegance. Now we're going to get ready for our flyover, our warrior 3. So we're going to come up on our Anujeti. Okay. Come in wherever you feel comfortable. Bring the heel to the booty, touch the shoulders, and open up here. And flap the wings for our flyover. And extend the heel out. If you come out, come back in. Or stay in Anujeti. Come back into our warrior D elegant. Now we're going to come back into our Anujeti. Send the arms out in our warrior stance here. Bring the hands to the mat. This time bring the booty, the right heel to the against, extend out. Brush the body with the right hand, the left hand stays down, and come into our Ardha Chandrasana. Okay. Come back now into our warrior D elegance. Come into our Anujeti prep. Bring the hands to the mat. Bring the heel to the booty. Now brush the body with the left hand and come into our, I'm hiding in my garden. Come back into our warrior D elegant. Open up to our warrior 2. Come into our warrior one. Bring the hands to the mat. Step back with the left. Come into our dog. Come forward to, you can drop the knees, or you're going to come into our Utthita Chaturanga. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale up, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now we're going to walk the feet up to the hands. Come into our forward fold again. We are going to come up. We had our flower rotations here. So remember, and we are now going to add our Utkatasana here. And while we're here, see if we can do some little hip circles here again, even with the knees bent. Experience that. If that's too challenging, just do it when we started, okay? And this, I find with the knees bent, you get real tiny little circles. And we'll go the other way. And now, this is one we haven't done in a while. And we're going to, well, let's take a little bit of a water break. We're going to set up for our balance now. We are going to do our Eka Hasta Pandangasana and come into, because that's very good also for the pelvis area, and come into our dancer, our Nada Raja Asana, okay? And then we'll be coming down. So this is an amazing, we're having fun. And we're gonna do a whole lot of breaths here. So you come out, come back in. All level, all welcome. I may show off a little bit because I'm very deep in my practice, but it took me many years to get where I'm at, so it gives me great pleasure to show you when you do have a serious practice what it is like. And that's why I make these videos, okay? And hopefully it's fun and could help you. We are going now. Pick a side. This is always, I have my students throughout your preferences, whatever side you feel to be comfortable. Today, I'm gonna put my weight on my right, so I'm gonna press my hands, and I'm bringing my left knee up into this hands here, and just ever so gently with the breath and the exhalation, I pull it tighter. Now here's the challenge. These two fingers, the center and the index finger, come in between the toes. This is called your yogi toe lock. I'm going to extend out for 2 breaths. I'm going to bring it in. I always like to bring the shin in, and then I like to have the shin in and then open the knee up. And now extend that out. And this is very good also for the pelvis area. And remember to have the buoyancy. Remember to have fun. Remember to smile and say, who showed up? Me. Right? So, and if you come out, we're going to do 5 breaths here. And now, here's the fun. Gonna come back from here. Yogi toe lock. Now we're gonna bring the back of the heel to the back of the body. And now bring the hand. See if you can bring your hand to the inside. The hand to the inside is it has with the shoulder, the joint, okay? See, some classes will have it here, but the proper way is to have the hand come to the inside, okay? Now, my right hand, I remember to have the buoyancy because you're balancing here. I'm also on this ground, I don't have a complete flat spot, so it's a bit challenging. Plus, I haven't done it in a while. Just when you feel comfortable, set up properly here. On the inhalation, touch the right hand touches the shoulder, we extend up. You flex the foot so the toes come to the shin, and this is, on the exhalation, you come into our full dancer. Do 10 breaths here, okay? And now, here's the challenge. Hug the knee in, bring the right hand to the outside of the left and the left hand to the inside. And then fold into a forward fold here. Okay? And that's going to be our transition. So now we are going to set up for the other side. We'll shake it out here a little bit. That was a very long sequence. I hope you did well. Just pick up where you just come back in. I'm just showing you what a practice is like when we go along. Now we're going to clasp the hand. I got my weight on my left, bringing the right in. I'm going to bring my left hand to my left hip. I'm yogi toe locking here. Inhalation, exhalation, I'm extending out. I'm going to bring the heel back in. I'm going to open up for my knee best I can, and now I'm going to extend the leg. And hug it in again. Get ready for the setup for our Loura G asana. Bring the toes close to the shin. Touch the left hand touches the shoulder, and we exhalation. 10 breaths here. Okay. Hug this. Hug the knee in. Okay. Extend out, put the right outside and the left hand outside the right and the right hand inside the left. And you'll find when you actually experience the buoyancy a lot more in your practice, to do this sequence, it won't be so challenging. But that's the whole idea, is to have buoyancy. Inhalations, elongations, exhalations, settling into the asana, okay? Now, we are going now to extend the arms up to our wide stance halasana. Bring the hands bring the elbows to the inside. Okay? And now we're coming here. Hi, ladies. Now we're coming here. So we have another flower here. We're getting ready for our Padmasana here. And now we're gonna come to our Padmasana. Any which way you can get your booty down and your feet. Whatever's in front is in front, it's fine. And we're gonna do the cooling breaths here. Okay, now I have my right shin is in front. I'm going to bring my right elbow to my belly area. I'm dropping the arm so my right shin is over my forearm and give a little cradle. I got my index center ring, pinky, to put in between the toes here, okay? For the bunions, and you'll see when you keep doing this, it gets more and more comfortable. But this is very good for the bunions. And I love adding this in while we're here. Okay, you can just give the ankle little rotations. Bring that left forearm under, and we'll rock it. Get some more synovial fluid in here, in the hip there. Now, we're going to bring the left foot up to the elbow as best you can, and come over here with the right. And on the inhalations, the left elbow comes higher, and we hug in here, okay? We're going to add today, we're going to come into our compass, and we're going to add our Ashtavakasana, okay? So, here we go. We are going now to extend up. I'm going to now I'm bringing my left hand to the outside, and I'm going to bring my right arm inside. And this is compass. Now, this is Ashtavakasana is so one of the most elegant asanas. And I'm so glad that I can add the compass. So you can just stay here in compass. Work this compass. Bring the knee down. That's the modification. Those of us that are going to add on to here, we're going to bring the your upper thighs over the right arm. Bring the left foot on top. Keep it flexed. And all we're going to do is roll just very, very gently. And this is all the wrist action that we did throughout the class. Just roll on it. And then very gently come down. And that is so awesome. Now we're going to have the left leg in front. We'll do a couple more cooling breaths here. That will help with the and now we're going to bring the left elbow to the belly, drop that down, bring the left shin over. And now we're going to bring the right hand, index, center, ring, pinky in between the toes. And rotate out the ankles here. Okay. And then just cradle to get some more synovial fluid in the hip joint. And now we're going to bring that foot up to the ankle here. Okay. And now we're going to extend up. Bring the right hand to the outside. The left arm comes inside, and we come into our compass here. Now, you know your modification. Set up now. And we just rolling over for our Ashtavakasana. Now come down very gently, and we're going to come back into our Padmasana. And now we're going to extend the feet out. We're coming into our Dandasana to set up for our Paschimottanasana, a little flow we got before we close our class. Touch the shoulders again. Inhale up. Inhalations are elongations, exhalations come down. And you can have the knees up. I like to have them up. You can have them up, and then as you, with your exhalations, they will come, see how close to the mat they are. That's another way to experience the elongations. This is a very important asana. We'll do 10 breaths here. We're going back to drop the hands behind to set up for our Parsvantasana. You can have the fingers towards you, or you can have them pointing to the back of the mat. It's, to me, that's your preference. When we use our inhalation to come up, the toes will come as close to the ground. Okay, ready on the inhalation? We're gonna do 5 breaths here. I feel with the fingers extended behind, you actually create a bit tension, more tension. So raise arms up, exhalation into our Padmasana. It's your practice. You showed up. I'm proud of you. I'm not a stickler for let your breath take you there for perfection. Your physique takes you to perfection. Okay? We are now going to do our Janu Shirsasanas. In our Janu Shirsasana, we're gonna hug in the right knee, drop it. Concentrate on since we're exhaling over the left leg, concentrate on the right shin rolling forward. Big inhalation here. Exhalation, the right coming to the left leg, the right on the left follows the left hand follows the right hand. Up and see if your hands can reach the toes. Okay. Now we're going to open up Yogi Toe Lock here. Take the Yogi Toe Lock. The left leg opens up to the left of the mat. Bring the left elbow in. Touch the shoulders with the right and extend over. Okay. This is the one asana. It's a Pavarita Janu Shirsasana that you can really experience the breath and the elongation and the breath work, the elongation and the exhalation deepening. So now we're going to lift this up. We're going to cross this over and we're going to set up for our Marichiyasana. So I'm going to turn around and face away from you for 2 breaths. Now I'm going to touch the shoulders. I'm going to raise up. I'm waving these. I'm going to bring the right arm gently behind me. Concentrate on buoyancy at elbow and the shoulder away from the ear. This arm comes up. We bring the left elbow outside the right knee. Okay? And you can do your mudra. And they're going to do, this is a very, very, very important asana. We're going to do 10 breaths here. Okay. And now we're going to stay where your arm is, drop the knee, and we're going to, with the left, bring the left hand behind you, and we're gonna do a sweep. Come down, bring the left behind, sweep again. The trick today is to make sure we do this on the other side. Okay. And now extend the right leg. Come into a forward fold again for 5 breaths here. Come into our Dandasana, that's the fingertips to the booty. We're going to come into our Parsvantasana. You can, if you feel you can, just reverse the hand to the fingertips or facing to the top of the mat. And set up here, inhalation, stop. I feel when you have the fingers pointed in, you get a bit of the tricep. Then again, play with it. It's your practice. We are now going to do a forward fold again. Bring the right knee, the left knee up to you. Inhalation here. Now we're going to open up into our Janu Shirsasana. On this side, so concentrate on your shin rolling forward. Big inhalation here. Exhalation. Bring the left hand, the right hand will follow the left. And to get to the toes, 10 breaths here. Now, you can yogi toe lock here, and we're going to open up to the right of the mat. Drop the right elbow inside. The left fingers touch the left shoulder and reach over into our Parvarita Janu Shirsasana. Another very, very important asana. There's 8 very, very important asanas, and I try and add them all in my class. That's the fun, that's the awesomeness. Okay, now we're going to cross this over. I don't know how much time we're going to have. It's going to be time to wrap this up. I'm going to look away from you here. And now I'm going to raise the right arm up. I gave my wave with the left. Inhale my right arm up, bring that right elbow to the outside of the left knee. And the right foot is flexed. Okay, now we're going to drop this, come back into our Janu, and now we're going to sweep the right arm behind and sweep up. Okay, come back down. And this time stay here for a few breaths. Okay, great. And we're going to get ready for the close of our class. So we're going to come back into our Paschimottanasana. Okay. And we are now going to just rock very gently here. Back and forth. We're going to come into a few back bends here. We're going to just bring the feet down and lift up here. See if you can clasp your hands underneath here. That's one way. You come up here and And now, we are going to come up here and now just bring the heels down, and we got windshield wiper here. And now we're going to come back up again. And this time we're going to put our hands behind us here and set up for a back bend here. So you know your modifications. That was a little bit deeper. If that was too challenging, just come up to where your hands are clasped underneath, hugging the shoulders, hugging the knees. Lift the shoulders up and the head to the knee here. And now we're dropping the right knee, the left on top, just open, drop to the right side. Try and keep your left shoulder down. We're getting ready for the close of our class. And you can have your arm extended out more also. Bring the knees to the chest and rock here some more and drop to the left. And now we're going to hug the knees in again, and we're coming into our Shavasana. Actually, just extend the legs out. We're going to come into our Marichi Asana. That's our fish. So you have your booty on your. This is a great transition into our Shavasana. So we have our booties on top of our hands. And you very gently just drop the head back, but don't force it. Don't touch the mat. And then let this, by 5 breaths, you'll come into our final relaxation, okay? And now we're going to brush the right hand touches the shoulder, come over and come down. And we'll do some circles here. Now extend the left and rotate the left around. Now we're going to bring the fingertips together as we do in our warrior two. And now bring the back of the hands together, and then we're going to brush the body. And as we brush it, we open, and these are meridians. The wheels we just did is the motion of the chakras. And now we're going to have our Muladhara chakra. And the element is earth, and the color is red. We come up a bit more. If we got our Mana Pure, the color is orange. Our Svadhisthana, and the color is orange. And the element is water. We'll come up a little bit more, maybe 2 inches each one, right? We got our Mana Pure, and the element is fire, and the color is yellow. Come up a little bit more, and we got our Anahata, and that's our heart chakra. And then the element is air, and the color is green. We come up to the Vishhara, and that's the throat chakra, and the element is ether and space. The color is blue. We come up to the Ajna chakra, that's the third eye chakra, and that consists of all the elements, and the color is violet. We come up to the crown of the head. The color is a kaleidoscope of colors. And then these are all functions of our body, energies. You can come roll on one side, whatever side you roll onto, the arm closest to the floor, that hand will come to the Saurabha chakra, the crown of the head, and the arm that's over the body, that hand will come to the side of your face. Let's stay there for a bit. I'm coming up to do the close of our class here. See if I can read a poem. I have what I wanted to read, but I don't have my glasses. The asana that we just did, let me be able to read this one, or the sequence. The asana of the week is our knee down twist, our Jaritari Vartasana, Parsvantasana, and I can't read that. Sorry. So, back to the theme of our contentment, our Santosh, right? Life. So hopefully, with our asana practice, we have strength to overcome obstacles, and not to dwell in them, and to be all stressed and all life out of sync. So I hope in this practice, I aided in helping you to more to de-stress. We will come up to your seated. We're going to do 3 ohms. And you can also om, if you don't like the om fun. We'll do the first one. Fun. And you'll know, I hope you even come to a lower tone. We om also to take us to a higher place in our mind, but we also om for the stagnicities in our pituitary glands and the pineal glands in the back here, and the om and vibrations, so that's another reason to om. So we do 3 ohms. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. May the words and actions contribute to the health and well-being of you. Namaste, my warriors. Sat Nam. Be well. Gave me great pleasure to speak this class.